night stream, and again let's jump into the next replay, and it's gonna be a Protoss vs Terran. Hi, my name is DreamDT, aka Dream Dancer, streaming from live out of South Africa, Cape Town. So normally I don't like streaming Terran games because they are literally the most boring thing on earth. I don't even like playing against Terran, to be honest. Why? Because it's either going to be a aggressive drop run by game, or it's going to be high mech games. The high mech games, on the other hand, I don't really mind, but they can get tricky after a while. Now, as you can see, this is quite a long game, and I hope I don't bore you guys too much. And here you can see I already early sent out a guy here to just see what's going on. Because my opinion was a little bit too early. I could have waited before I send out the scouts, and as I can see, there is nothing going on. And this is also pro tip of the day, or just basic tip of the day. If you play Protoss, try to only start scouting as soon as you drop your first gateway. After that you have a more clear overview of what this guy is going to do in the first 2-3 minutes. So here I've spotted, he's going to do a fast expand, so I can sit back and relax and even fast expand myself. But I don't know why I did that, to be honest. And I decided, okay, safety, normally they do some kind of funky builds after the first attack, especially in Legacy of the Void. I have noticed that these guys really go aggressive, especially the Terran guys. And this is also one of the major things why Terran players complain a lot. Early game they are quite strong, they are quite fast, and there's very little for a Protoss player to do to keep up. So things like a mothership core and adepts are critical in cases like this. Especially in early game for any Protoss player against Terran in the lower ranks. And again, I just have to mention, I play the game because it's fun. Okay, I don't mind being on the top of the log or even to win the tournament. What's important for me is, do I have fun with the game? Winning or losing? Was it an enjoyable game to do? Yes or no? Because honestly, if I have to go and start worrying about wins and loses and MMR ratings and whatnot, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm an old guy, like you guys can see on my picture. Come on, there's even a nice beard over there. I do this for time killing, and because it makes a shitload of fun to play. So at this point I already expanded. I'm a little bit late on my mothership core. I think I slipped up there because I wanted to go factory or robo facility. And this guy is literally just going double barracks. Nothing else, just very, very, very defensive. I did not know he was going this defensive until I attacked the first time. I think it was an early push that I made, because I haven't seen anything of this guy. And normally around the 5-minute mark you start seeing aggression from a Terran player. Now there's the first scan indicating, okay fine, this guy could be making a push out, but he didn't. Funny enough. Honestly, this guy only had 2 Marines, which is not normal for any Terran player. Even if they play highly aggressive games, you would at least see 6 Marines by now, and he would be pushing out and making my life a little bit hard. And standard for me is, I need some observers. All Terran players, you can never have enough observers on the map. Pro players, I've noticed as well, they like to spam the map with observers, which is not wrong. I do that in my PvP games, Protoss, because I hate being caught off guard in a Protoss game. But in this case, second one is on its way, and I only do a drop here to see, okay, what's going on here. This guy, sweet old Hellions. Didn't use them as you should have. and still just bunkering up. Honestly, you won't see something like this in gold or even platinum. Anything higher than gold in anyway. You won't see anyone doing a barrack thingy. A barrack defensive kind of style. So there's another tip for me, as with the previous game, Dream DT's tip for the day. If you're going mech or some kind of defensive builds, defensive in Legacy of the Void, even in Old Heart of the Swarm, defensive is not good. If you're going high tech like this, you need to be quite aggressive. And yeah, I made a push out and I did see that, but I didn't really react on it. I was literally, I've noticed this guy's being passive. I've got my first disruptor very late, literally only almost 6 minutes. Made a push out just to see what's going on. There he spotted the poor little guy, and bye bye, poor little guy. Anyway, this guy made 4 Hellions and 8 Marines. Why? Honestly, why? I'm doing a normal push out. I did make a little bit of a misclick here. Wait. Aliens? I don't even know what to armor that guy. See, misclick there. I was supposed to do a run by. I thought he had a heck load of units here, which he didn't. So I just wanted to do the spam drop out, and I made the retreat. Nah, this is not worth it, honestly. I could have taken this down, but honestly, what's the reason? I literally could have ended the game here. Gonna think of it, I could have ended the game here. 8 Marines, bonkers. What's my hit count looking like? Okay, -4, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Even now, I can just push out and kill it. Okay, I have to admit, his timing on his expand is quite slow. Quicker than mine. And these little buggers. Just hate them. Cyclones. Lucky for me, in the lower leagues, they have no idea how to use them. But nevertheless, they do bring them out every now and then. And just do that one stalker kill and retreat for their lives. Ah, no, I could not do this. It's too much for me. But anyway, very fun. Gotta love that target to lock on. And still this guy is pushing out Marines like you cannot believe it. There's the first siege tank. This guy is going everything. But if you're going tech, honestly, I'm not a very good Terran player. Every now and then I do choose to play Terran just for the hell of it. But even if I go tech play, or I make play, I only build one barrack just to get that route, and then I send that thing back floating. And then I push out Hellions just to annoy the living crap out of my player. But in this case, no, he's doing it very, very, very slowly. Anyway, so this guy tried to do the lock-on with his slide clone. That Colossi is definitely not going to catch up to him. But still, would have been an interesting chase. And I still don't know. There he goes. Now he's getting the picture. So, third one is going up. Factory. But nothing major. It's literally he is chilling back, being afraid of the Protoss player. The big bad Protoss player with his Colossus. Come on, I only have +1. +1 finished. Bet you he doesn't even have anything left. No, he also has +1. Not bad. Nothing there, okay, so not even, stim back. So honestly, I could have finished this game a long time ago. Just with this little army over here. If I rushed in now, it would have been over. Bad news, I suffer from the small syndrome from Protoss. Sit back and relax. First defend and then attack. That is the Protoss curse. But that's not the Terran curse. Please, Terran players, take my advice. regardless if you're playing bio or tech, mech play, push out, even if it means you have to drop your siege scans over here and annoy the living crap out of me with your marines. That's what you need to do. Get out those Valkyries and try to snipe my Colossus so they won't hurt you. So, like I said, I'm not a very good Terran player, but I do know what can hurt me as a Protoss player. And those are the two things that can get annoying, especially if I'm off guard and not close to my base. A quick backdrop with two Hellions could have literally destroyed me over here. You know, I do think they were right, so I could have basically warped in a couple of units, but still, you would have killed at least half those. You can kill half those. You can kill all of them. If you make a backdrop and caughting me off guard like this. Keep me at bay basically. But in this case, yeah, I know this guy's not doing anything, so I made a quick attack. And the thing that annoyed me was those siege cannon. I did not notice that they were literally there until now. And I made a quick run for it because I saw I'm not gonna get there and these things are gonna hurt me. So if he could have pushed out with this army, even if he would have pushed till here, run around, push again here, I would have been in a very, very bad position. But again, this is the lower ranks. People don't do things like that. We just look how many things we are floating. Minerals and gas. We are floating like you cannot believe it. And now I know why I didn't find the other expansions. So he was literally ninjaing me here. Okay, this one is not quite ninjaing me, it's almost, but that one was. Honestly, this is one thing that I like. I did it wrong here because I thought this guy was going to come in and annoy me. But expand here for the gold, expand there for the gold, and you're sorted. Here as well, gold, and there's the other gold. Fun times, all the way. So, and then I decided, nah, if this guy's going to make the odds of him actually preparing for this kind of attack, for anything Sky thought, he'll be dead. How on earth did that guy do that? Just sneak past. Hello. But it was nevertheless a good move. And then he does it again. Doesn't use the normal medevac drop here. Honestly, I don't even know why he pulled the starport. It's just a bunch of siege cannons, and if I do a tech switch here, he's gonna be screwed. I did prepare in anyway for the mech build. You can't see it here. It's a bunch of immortals that I'm starting to build. Count is only now 2-4, but I later on picked it up to 10 if I'm not mistaken. But that was not what I was aiming for. What I was aiming for was these little guys. These big bad monsters. Because he's got no answer for it. And I'm still not so sure about Tempests. That's why I didn't build him. So anybody in the comments, just leave me a comment. Tempest in Legacy of the Void, do they still attack air and ground, or are they as said on the new page, attack only ground? I'm not sure about that question. Even if I read here, it says siege ability. Ground and air units. Okay, never mind. I answered my own question. Why did they say in the reviews that they can only attack ground? Well, that's gonna make my PvP is interesting again. Because in Heart of the Swarm, I used to destroy people with Tempests. Main reason why I got to Platinum. Nobody expects a Tempest. So I can actually do that again. Good to know. And this guy literally, he sends 2 Hellions again and again and again, and he annoys the living crap out of me. Should have closed that gap long ago. So that's basically the only risk about this gold patch. There's 2 entrances, so my advice is close it off. And there's the other disadvantage. I'm almost maxed. I am literally maxed out with 3 carriers. I'm literally just waiting for 3 more carriers, then I'm gonna push out and say bye bye. And here, for the first time, this is what, 15 minutes into the game, he makes a push out. Why only now? Could have done that a long time ago. Ooh. And also arming, aiming, and say goodbye, Colossi. Oh boy. Well, he didn't die, just got annoyed. And this is why I realized, oh boy, I'm in for a treat. But also he's in for a treat because Carrier is eating them up. Between Carriers, Immortals, and Colossi, I don't think this guy has got any kind of chance. And this guy is literally left with nothing, but still, I wanted to max out. I wanted to bring out the big mama. Just to show everybody off my mothership. Why? Because I'm a big guy, I don't care, I have the time to do things like this, so just upgrade it and have fun. Like I said, I play this not to be competitive, I play this to have fun. And especially if I read on the American forums and on the European forums, stop complaining, it's just a game. If you can play Fallout 4, or you can play Counter-Strike, or whatever the case might be, all your Looney Tune game likes, if you can be peaceful in those games and just play it, then you can do the same here as well. You don't have to be a diamond player, you don't have to be a master player. You don't have to worry about people calling you a noob, to put it that way. This is just fun games. Come on, this I can drop here, push these guys out if I really want to, but what's the point in doing it, honestly? And this is also the other reasons. When and where do you see people playing with Thor? When was the last time any pro player has seen anyone pushing out Thors in a standard game? The last time I saw it was 2013, if I'm not mistaken. It was one of these hectic finals. I can't even remember who played, but it was TVZ and it was Swarm Host against Mech play, and the guy pushed out Thors and whatnot to keep everybody at bay. And here it comes again with that radar. You just have to annoy me. And why does he shoot the Stalker? Well, that wasn't a bad move. Just a pity I had carriers. And just starting to expand and just have fun. But at a certain point you just have to draw the line and says, let's go out, let's just finish off the guy. I think he's in enough pain as is. So Mama is there, and I just want the fun to start. But I've seen I got space for 4 more units, so technically speaking 2 units. But hey, who needs them? If you can just move out and overrun this guy. But here I've noticed I've got something missing in that whole nice army of mine. There's 1 unit missing, a very important one. Observers. I have no observer in that army, and immediately I just popped out a couple. And just for safekeeping, should I have any problems, just 3 more Stargates, just to add it up to 6. Just for the sheer hell of it. Why not overkill? And this is an amazing looking Thor army. Yeah, he's got a few Vikings, he's got 1 siege cannon, but in general, he's in bad shape. Yeah, you can see my mama. gonna whoop your ass. Anyway, so he's got a few Vikings just to annoy me. He's got a crap load of Thors. Personally, I think he needs to learn to move out because he was so cornered here. He couldn't really do anything. And here I just tried that new ability of carriers, that new release the interceptors. Didn't really work as planned, so decided, nah, let's do this. I've got what I want. My observers is now here. I can literally just push out. Thought he was going to be here, but somehow I misread that he went for the corners. And here we go. The big Thor battle against carriers and a few Colossus and Immortals. What's the result gonna be? These guys are just shooting interceptors, no APM whatsoever. I promise you, this guy is not even target firing my carriers. He is literally just pressing A, move and shoot and kill and nothing. I don't even have to do anything. Come on, he didn't even shoot my mothership. He literally just a move. Which, by the way, is impossible with Terran. You have to do a little bit of target firing there. Click on the unit you want to fire. A and bit please on that unit. And there you see I pulled some templates just to see the color. So, this is this game. Didn't even notice that. But like you see, if you go mech, especially the lower guys, don't do it too slow. Remember, especially in Legacy of the Void, Protoss can tech switch very quickly to carriers or tempests to deal with any kind of mech harassment, especially from the air mech players. Try to make a more balanced game. There's new units, I don't even know what their names are for Terran, but push them out. Mech play can't be played better than this. I didn't choose this game because I overran him. I choose this game to show everybody, listen up, there is a right way and a wrong way of doing things, and in this case this guy did everything wrong. He didn't harass me, he could have literally killed me on this spot, just siege up those siege tank, scanned here and just waited for his siege cannons to destroy everything. The same here, the same over there. He could have literally just stand up here with his siege cannons, blow everything up, and when I come he can just retreat. He could have made drops here on top, he would have literally economically destroyed me. Yeah, did my build Dark Shrine, typical me, Dream DT style, woohoo! Dark Shrine must be there somewhere, even though I didn't even build one Dark Templar. Anyway, dropping here, even as a mech player, if you drop a siege cannon here, or even a Thor here, on siege mode, remember you can drop them now, sieged your siege cannons, you could have literally hurt me a bit, because I am, as a typical Protoss player, completely off guard. I'm trying to find a center point of all my bases and just defend where I can. Yes, I did stick up a lot at the end, but besides that can't help me if you guys are constantly harassing me. And of course, yes, my cannons could have been placed better. That's my own advice to myself. For Protoss players out there, if you see people going tech, my advice is tech switch to anything Sky Tossy, like Void Rays, or even like I did, carriers. I'm just a big fan of carriers, so that's why I built them. And of course, with a lot of Thors, especially with the new shields from Immortals, you can tech up with a little bit of Immortals and still take out that big Thor army. If you activate that shield, it can also help a lot. People underestimate that new soft shield that's there, and it's 200 extra damage. Think about it, guys. You can do a lot more than in Heart of the Swarm, and the games are quite I just messed up with this game, of course. Took it slower than it could have been. I could have ended this game a long time ago. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys when I have some interesting games again. Enjoy it. out of. Enjoy the night and have a good time. Bye bye.